Ladies, gentlemen, et al., this is Odeko, and welcome back to Mario Kart. So we are doing the Star Cup today. Trying to keep the streak going. Got the 3 stars on the first try the last 2 times. See if we can make it happen again. Won't be devastated if it doesn't happen. I know that they do sort of gradually ramp up in difficulty, hypothetically, so not necessarily planned that the streak's going to last all 8 cups, but it'd be nice if it does. One of the interesting things about the new Grand Prix is that the Mushroom Cup was all new tracks, and the Flower Cup was all returning tracks, but this is the first one where it's actually a mix of retro and new tracks, which is unusual, at least when it comes to the base game. Now, obviously, the Booster Course Plus also had a kind of mostly returning tracks, but with a few new tracks mixed in, or at least tracks that were presented as new. I know some of them were originally in Tour, but then they, just came to Mario Kart 8 as if they were new, and then some of them came to Mario Kart 8 before they were in Tour, but they were clearly designed for Tour. It was this kind of interesting blend there, but that seems to maybe be the way of the future, is having a little bit more, oh my gosh, more, I'm gonna get this out. I didn't even get an item after doing it. Just felt like that was not providing me any benefit, and I was just dragging it behind me. There we go. Yeah, I mean, with the way the new Mario Kart games work is like these tracks, especially if it's like remaking N64 track, there's such a huge glow up between like the original and the new version that it's a little silly to like treat it as if it's this entirely different. This is a retro track. It's totally different from the Nitro tracks. But then, they're just as complicated. They've received tons of new shortcuts, and they visually have been completely overhauled, and now they have like connections to the open world all over. It's like, definitely makes sense to me to kind of blur the lines a little bit between what a retro and a Nitro track are. There we go. All right. Now I just need to not drive off a cliff somewhere, and I should be okay. First place with a horn and red shell protection behind it. Not mad about that. I will confess that I don't dislike DK Pass, but 8 Deluxe was spoiled us with having both DK Mountain and DK Summit. I'm now losing confidence that that's what those 2 tracks are called. But the snowy version and the non-snowy version of the big mountain where you go up in the cannon. Nice first place there. DK Pass does feel a little less exciting compared to those. It's a little more difficult, which is interesting, but it doesn't have like the big cannon set piece or anything like that. But not complaining. There'll also be, I'm sure, multiple opportunities for some of the old beloved tracks to come back in this one. And I bet DK Summit would be high on the list if it did. Very nice. All right, need to grab some coins here. Oh, don't have the item slot for that. That's silly. I have gone and unlocked all the costumes, so I will hopefully be able to start resisting the urge to swerve across the track to pick up Dash Food, even when I'm like playing a character that doesn't have any costumes to unlock and my item slots are full. I still can't help myself, but I'll learn to refrain. Pop that. Doesn't do me much good. Try and boost up here. Down the crown a little bit. This course is very interesting. It's sort of Rosalina's Ice World was always kind of a weird course. Oh shoot, because it like when you play Galaxy, doesn't really feel like there's much association with Rosalina and ice, really. So I never quite got that. And then this, they like have a building that feels like the Cosmic Observatory, which obviously is Rosalina's, place. But then it's not actually the Cosmic Observatory, and it's still like ice themed. I don't fully understand what's going on with the theming. But all right, time to. And there's this like Rainbow Road River, which doesn't really look like Rainbow Road except for the fact that Rainbow Road also has a river that looks like this. Nice. All right. Oh, come shoot! That boo stole my mushroom at the exact wrong time. Oh, I think I'm doomed here. I had a first place, and then darn it. I was taking an aggressive line, but I knew I had the boost to kind of hug the corner, and then the boo took it right as I was about to use the boost, so I went hurtling over the corner. Unfortunate. The streak has been broken. The first place streak. Not the end of the world there. Sky High Sunday, most improved track. Is that I'm sure that's not a controversial take. Going through all the returning tracks in my head, but yeah, I definitely think it's the most improved. Although, pretty hard to beat Wario Stadium. But I didn't enjoy either of those very much in their original games, and then both I think are better. Although I think I like Sky High Sunday in World more than I like Wario Stadium in World. Wario Stadium, they made it a lot better, but it's still like, I think I just judging the tracks in a vacuum, I think I like Sky High Sunday more. So I will give that one the most improved title. Koopa Troopa Beach is fun too, though. Fan of that one, though. It is funny that with tracks like Sky High Sunday, which before were just kind of abstract places where you raced and you didn't really need to answer any questions like, why is there a giant desert area? I mean, it's in the Mario world. It's not that surprising, but still, it was like, you just kind of got dropped there by Lakitu and you had a race and then you were done. It is funny that now that in World, these places have to exist in an open world that's like continuous with all the other tracks. So now we have to like, okay, why is there this large desert land? What's going on here? Kind of funny. They didn't really answer the question. They just put it on top of like big ice pillars in the snowy area and said deal with it, which is totally fine. The layout is definitely better. I also think the colors are so much better. I don't know what this is saying. Oh my god, why am I not drifting? That's weird. I was like holding the drift button and it wasn't coming out. Am I still far enough ahead? I think I still got first place. Maybe this is like in my old age. I don't know what's going on with me. Sometimes when people get old, they get like sound sensitive. Something about the colors of Sky High Sunday. For the first time, I was like light sensitive. I was like, how these like just looking at this track burns my eyes. What's going on? And I think they muted them a little bit for the retro version, which I very much appreciate. It's not like an assault on my cornea. Still obviously very bright and neon. I would say the other dessert theme track in Mario Kart 8, the I don't even remember what it's called. Sweet something. That one had the opposite problem, where that one there was like a Call of Duty piss filter over the whole thing. It was like you're watching a bad Hollywood movie and the characters have gone to Mexico and suddenly there's like a 30% yellow filter across the entire screen. That's what that track felt like. And then they made a second dessert track and it was blindingly bright colors. Like, why is the color grading on dessert tracks so flawed in this game? But Mario Kart in World, I appreciate that has changed. Oh, that is off-road. Very nice. First place with a Boo. I also believe that Boo can't get stolen by Boo. At least I've never seen it happen. Which kind of makes sense. It'd be weird if you use your Boo item and then it brought you another Boo item. Allow you to double up. So I think I'm pretty... It's probably the best item to have in first, actually. Can't get stolen by Boo. Lets you dodge blue shells and red shells and lets you go off-road. Oh. Pop that there, even though it doesn't even give me a speed boost. Just got nervous. Alright, Rosalina. Shoot. Oh my gosh. I keep like, yeah, barely missing a lot of these turns. There we go. That's what we need. This. There we go. I'm not going to try and take that little corner cut. Very nice. Not the cleanest race there. That's another one I have not raced too much online. I need to get more practice in. A lot of those quarters, like especially the nighttime version, I wasn't 100% sure where to go, and then was like running into walls and taking the corners really wide. So need to learn that one a little better, but still managed to get first in the end there. Very nice. Shame on the 1/5 place, but otherwise pretty pleased with that. Have to watch the celebration. Look at how happy he is. Nice. Ooh, I like the trophy too. It's a fun one. All right. Now let's do the same thing again, but with the 3-lap versions this time. I swapped up my vehicle to get something that was a little closer in stats to the Bitty Bud, which I'm a little more used to. So we'll try it out. I've definitely seen a lot of people using the blooper car online, and I like how it looks. I don't know if it's a highly rated one or a good, it's supposed to be one of the better combos, but from the number of people I see using it online, I definitely get that impression. I think I'm a sucker for any car that just looks like a whole character. I just think that's so funny. I liked Waluigi Wiggler. I like the Bitty Bud. I don't know. It's always fun. Compared to the normal, the pipe frame, it's like much more magical. Obviously, this will be. There we go. This will be similar to the first time around on this first course. All right, Daisy. Oh. Did that and then immediately swerved the wrong way, and now I'm exactly back where I was. All right. Oh, shoot. Very nice. Oh my gosh. Well, take that. Daisy and I are just gonna keep swapping first and second the whole race. Yeah, one of the things I have not really explored much on this track are any of the shortcuts. Be interesting to see. I definitely see a few off to the side, but hasn't felt like anything that's been too beneficial so far. All right, Daisy. Oh, she had a stinking banana or a mushroom. Darn it. Thwarted. The big shortcut at the end. Always a killer. Not too bad though. Next race. Star View Peak. So is this the Comet Observatory landed on top of this mountain so that Rosalina could race in the Mario Kart World Tour, and then they built a racetrack around it? Is that the lore here? Because it looks so much like the Star View of the Comet Observatory. And then also part of the Rainbow Road River fell down with it. Surely this is the same river. It looks identical to the one on the river. And they're both like floating in the sky inexplicably. It really does. It feels like someone at Nintendo watched Frozen and was like, "Oh, Rosalina looks like Elsa, so why don't we make her snow themed?" It's like, well, in the game, that's she has nothing snow themed about her. She's just wearing a blue dress, but suddenly she has floating magical snow rivers and lives on top of a mountain. Okay, clearly that is not faster, even though it feels like it should be. Oh, very nice. Still, I've unlocked all the alt costumes, but I definitely still have some of the NPCs still unlocked, so always excited when I get one. It's a lot harder to like intentionally do it, so I kind of just decided to stop pursuing them, and you know, eventually I'll get hit by the Kamek item enough. I like the 3-lap version of this one. I think this one is improved by doing 3 laps. This is a nice longer track. Some of the tracks definitely they seem fine in the 1-lap version, but this one I appreciate having the multiple rounds. Got through all the crag also. Have a nice lead. Very nice. Baby Daisy and I tied it up, both at 27. Unacceptable. Sky Sunday. This This one I feel like it's the opposite. This feels like a very short track, which might be interesting. The 3-lap version of it. Is this a rail straight ahead? Looks like one. I'm gonna try it. Oh, that's weird. I definitely went through 2 item boxes there, but there seems to be like a cooldown timer where to get 2 items you have to have a brief second between going through 2 boxes, which makes sense so that you can't like drift through a single item, like a line of single item boxes and clip into 2 of them, especially if you're playing a bigger character. Like that makes sense to me, but when they were rotating in that circle like that, I obviously got one and then another, but I still didn't shoot. Took my mushroom just at the wrong time. And then I fell off the edge. Seeing if I could get enough forward momentum to make it to the platform, but didn't happen. Alright, I have not tried that shortcut that they showed in the reveal. The shortcut that kind of like demonstrated the benefits of wall running. Let's see if I can do it here. Fair enough. Come on. Yeah, the wall running and the rails and stuff. I definitely think there's a higher skill ceiling than it initially seemed for sure. It was pretty difficult to get on the right lines, and I think there's a lot of fun to be had working out all the best ways to get on those lines, and then I have failed to do so this time. Yeah, the time trials for this track look pretty crazy. How low they go on that shortcut at the end there. Very nice. Pulling ahead of Baby Daisy. Love to see it. All right, last one here. I'm still a little uncertain about the water physics in World. I think it's definitely an improvement over 8 Deluxe, where oftentimes the water just felt worse than it was like normal driving, but feels worse. This at least it is definitely different, and it's pretty tough to figure out like which waves are big enough to trick on and which ones just kind of slow you down. Oh my gosh. So I like that it is genuinely different to drive on water than it is to drive on land. That being said, it does feel a little slower, which never quite what you want in a racing game, obviously. That's some nice coins there. A little better. See, all those were like, I think it just wasn't going quite fast enough. Ooh, turn into Dolphin. Dolphin is one of the ones I'm still trying to unlock. So anytime I'm on a water track and somebody gets the Kamek item, I get disappointed if I don't get the Dolphin. Shoot. At least, even though I got hit, I also slowed down Toadette behind me. Oh, my nemesis, Baby Daisy. Oh, no. Gotta team up. Ooh, if I can get her, I do have the hammer as well. Oh. Very nice. did it for me. Take first here. Oh my gosh, that's weird. Camera freaked out for a second there. Yeah, the drifts don't come out exactly how I'd expect on the line. Yeah, you should have burned the horn. Try and get a different item here. Don't want to deal with the mushrooms or the bananas. Nice. That's a good line. I panicked because for some reason I was thinking I had a shell behind the feather, but then thankfully that shell wasn't coming for me. Very nice. First place overall. So yeah, thanks for checking out the Star Cup with me. It's a good one. Interesting mix of courses there. And tune in next time, and we'll keep going on our quest to complete all the cups. Thanks a lot.